Okay, so I'm going to review some vocab terms that we have learned this semester. We have a quiz on Friday, and several of these will also be on the final. So I am going to write a sentence. Johnny rode his bike. We'll just make it easy. So the first thing we are going to review is identifying the subject. The subject is who or what is doing the action. That would be Johnny. We have talked about the simple subject and the complete subject. So the simple subject is just the main word that's doing the action of the sentence. So if I add some words before Johnny, in the morning, Johnny rode his bike. Let's see if I can write really small. Okay, now we have words before our subject. So Johnny is still our subject, but that is just our simple subject. If I asked you to find a complete subject, that would be Johnny and all the words before it. So I'm going to underline in the morning, Johnny. That is our complete subject. Now we've also talked about a simple predicate and a complete predicate this semester. The simple predicate is the main action word of the sentence, so what the subject is doing. That would be rode, because in the morning, Johnny did what? She rode. Oh, I guess it's a boy, so he rode. So rode is our predicate, our verb, our simple predicate. Okay, our complete predicate would be the predicate, the simple predicate, and all the words after. So I'm going to underline it twice. And that is our complete predicate. So remember, Johnny is our simple subject. In the morning, Johnny is our complete subject. Rode is our simple predicate. Rode his bike is our complete predicate. Now, let's review different types of sentences. So the first sentence I want us to review, Johnny rode his bike. This is one independent clause. One independent clause is a simple sentence. So Johnny rode his bike is a simple sentence. It can stand alone. It makes sense all by itself. So we got to remember that formula. One independent clause. Now, let's add some words to our sentence. Although it was snowing, Johnny rode his bike. So now I have added some to our sentence. Okay. I have added a clause to the front of our sentence. Although it was snowing. Although it was snowing is a dependent clause because it has a subject and a verb. If you add a dependent clause to an independent clause, we have a complex sentence. So a dependent clause and an independent clause is complex. Now, what makes that a dependent clause? Well, we just said it's dependent because it has a subject and a verb. So for example, if I said in the morning, Johnny rode his bike, that is just a simple sentence because in the morning does not have a subject and a verb. So our little formula for complex is dependent plus independent. And I might flip it over to this side because it's getting a little busy. Okay, now we're going to change our sentence again. Johnny rode his bike and Brandon rode his scooter. So now what I've done is I have added another independent clause to my sentence. And I'm going to underline both of them. So Johnny rode his bike is my first independent clause. Brandon rode his, look at me. I'm writing the words I'm saying. There we go. Okay, Brandon rode his scooter. So we have two independent clauses joined by a conjunction, which I circled. When you have one independent clause plus another independent clause joined by a conjunction, and I'm going to write kind of quickly here, we call that a compound sentence. So one independent clause plus one independent clause makes it compound. So let's go back over and review. A simple sentence is one independent clause. It has a subject and a verb and it stands alone. A complex sentence is a dependent clause plus an independent clause. For a clause to be dependent, it has to have a subject and a verb. Although it was snowing, Johnny rode his bike. That is a complex sentence. A compound sentence is two independent clauses joined by a conjunction. So I might say, Johnny rode his bike and Brandon rode his scooter. Two sentences joined by a conjunction. So hopefully you go back over and watch this a couple times, practice it, try to come up with some simple compound and complex sentences on your own to review for your quiz on Friday and also for your final. Miss Seaver out. Bye guys.